Hello everybody, this is General Snivy and welcome to my new Let's Play. Welcome to F-Zero X! One of my personal favorite games of all time. Pretty much my second favorite racing game of all time, next to Diddy Kong Racing. F-Zero X, oh boy, what a history do I have with this game. F-Zero X, in my personal opinion, is, as I've stated before, is one of the best racing games ever, and all that. I have a lot of fond memories when it comes to this game. I really do. From the music to the tracks, and really there's a lot of things that I seriously love about this game. Also, this isn't just going to be a playthrough of F-Zero X either. I'm also going to be playing through F-Zero Expansion Kit. Heck, I'm even playing it right now, for you guys. I'm dead serious. I have my hands on F-Zero Expansion Kit, and also one more piece of detail I need to give to you all as well. I'm also playing the Japanese version of F-Zero X. Why the Japanese version instead of the US? Well, because F-Zero Expansion Kit, it only works with the Japanese version of F-Zero X. And also, the F-Zero Expansion Kit is sold separately as opposed to being included within the Japanese version of F-Zero X. F-Zero Expansion Kit is part of the add-on... No, those aren't the right words at all. It's one of a very small library of games that was released for a special add-on for the Nintendo 64 itself that was only released in Japan, known as the Nintendo 64 DD, otherwise known as the N64 disk drive. You can tell that this is the F-Zero Expansion Kit by looking at the bottom of the title screen and seeing the N64 DD icon. So, yeah, how did I come across this information about this version existing? Well, the thing we like to call the internet. Didn't find out about this till many years later. Seriously, I didn't know this version of the game actually existed. And for a long time I wanted to get my hands on F-Zero Expansion Kit and the Nintendo 64 DD. Well, let me tell you something, acquiring both of these things cost me an arm and a leg. Over $1,000 for everything, but well worth the money in the end. Because the items were legit, plus I got some additional bonuses with it, and I pretty much told this story before, but I'll explain it again. I got not only the N64 DD itself, I also got a Japanese Nintendo 64 system, a black Nintendo 64 controller, a Japanese transfer pack, and also the expansion pack, which is already installed in the N64 system itself. And also I also got F-Zero Expansion Kit from another seller. And that's basically how I acquired F-Zero Expansion Kit. Now there are several things that we need to go over. In this game you race against 30 racers, and I'm going to be planning on showing off every single racer in this game. And to do so, I'll be showing them off mostly in GP race mode, and there are 4 difficulties. 3 are unlocked from the start, one of which you'll have to unlock later through game progression and playing on each of the individual difficulties. Those difficulties are Novice, Standard, Expert, and Master. Now you may also be wondering why didn't I try manipulating the game that I have here and try to install some sort of English patch? Well, the game already done that for us. Most of the game's already in English, even though there's a good amount of text in the game that's still in Japanese, like underneath these ladies here that are telling you this is a death race, and underneath her is the Japanese text for death race or whatever. I can't read Japanese, so this is going to be a fun adventure. Also included within F-Zero Expansion Kit is the course editor and the create machine thing, which is like a machine editor. You can create your own custom machine and race them on the different tracks and stuff like that. Course Editor is the main selling point of F-Zero Expansion Kit and why I think you should definitely get it. I'll go over this in another video, but right now I have spent way too much time explaining stuff left and right. Let's go and get started with GP Race on Novice. By default, there are 3 cups available. However, if you are playing this with F-Zero Expansion Kit, you'll notice 3 more cups are added down below. DD1, DD2, and Edit Cup. There are 2 other unlockable cups here, the Joker Cup and the X Cup, which are unlocked once again through game progression by playing through these 3 cups here on the standard difficulties, Novice, Standard, and Expert. Master counts too if you want to, but really, Master is unlocked once you unlock it, practically everything else. Dang it. I had a brain fart. Oh well. Let's go on off to Jack Cup now. Finally, after almost 7 minutes, we're finally going to be getting started. As you can see here, we have a very large roster of racers. However, at the very start of the game, you only have access to 6 of the 30 racers. Once again, you unlock additional racer tiers, like the 2nd tier, 3rd tier, etc., through game progression, completing the cups on the respective difficulties, etc., etc. Let's go ahead and get started with good old Captain Falcon, the Blue Falcon. Want to know what that text says? Your guess is as good as mine, but if I remembered the English version correctly, the left text is acceleration, the right is top speed. The higher this bar is to the left, the more acceleration of which the vehicle will have, and thus you'll be able to get up to top speed a lot more quickly. However, you do sacrifice some speed in return. The opposite is also true when it comes to top speed. If you crank this all the way up, you'll have no acceleration at all whatsoever, and it'll take you at least a lap in order to catch up with the rest of the competition. But you'll be really fast as a result. So for the majority of the game, it's best to keep this accelerator, this little gauge here, it's best to keep it in the middle, unless it comes to certain tracks and certain difficulties. But for now, with the Jack Cup and everything is all right and hunky-dory, enough splaining, let's go! 3, 2, 1. Controls for this game are very simple. You push and hold the A button to accelerate. The B button doesn't do anything right now, but we will get a little something after completing the first lap, of which the B button will be useful for. The C buttons, I'm not sure what they do. I never really tried experimenting with them during the race. I think they changed the camera angles slightly and give you a better view of your vehicle, but really I like sticking with the default view. Works for me the best. After completing the first lap, you'll be given boost power. Boost power, it works like this. You expend some energy to give yourself a small speed boost. Don't waste your energy constantly unless you know exactly what you're doing, because as you deplete more and more energy, you'll become more and more frail, and more or less you will explode if you happen to run out of energy. And we don't want that now, do we? Now, for more controls, you can actually drift in this game by pushing and holding both the Z and R buttons. Or you can go on the offensive and double tap either the Z or R button, and I failed the first race. That's just fantastic. Oh boy. Okay, this is more like it. Damn, that pretty much cost me 2 freaking lives, which I didn't want to spend this early on. Really? Come on! Come on. Maintain control. We can do this. We can make it. And that was only the first race. Go me! I suck butts. I suck eggs. Oh boy. It's been a very, very long time since I played F-Zero X and F-Zero Expansion Kit in particular. Really. It really has. So excuse my piss poor performance in this game. No, really. Just do it. Alright, next track, silence. Silence! I kill you. Alright, time to talk about something else. I never really explained much about going on the offensive and what you can do. If you double tap either the Z or R buttons, you can dash very quickly to the right or to the left respectively. Doing so, you can actually go on the offensive like I stated before, and why am I repeating myself? Oh my freaking god. Go on the offensive, kill some racers. If you manage to kill 5 of them during the race, you'll get an extra life. So, if you really are feeling daring, don't be afraid to go on the offensive and take out some racers. Just don't go balls up the wall with offensive capabilities, because if you happen to go on the offensive, don't get careless, okay? Okay. One other thing I need to go over as far as offensive capabilities are concerned is that you can execute a spin attack by holding either the Z or R buttons and then double tapping the opposite button. So, for example, if I hold R, I double tap Z, I can spin, and if I hold Z and double tap R, I can spin again. Well, dang it. I could have done better than that. Come on, man, get yourself together here. Oh, man. Okay, track number 3, Sand Ocean. What do I think about these courses? Well, they can range from easy to hard as hell. I am dead serious. Also, there's one more thing I'm going to point out as well, is that during the race, depending on what position you finish, it's also the position of which you started. So if you win the race on the previous track, you'll start in 30th place. However, as you drop down in ranking, like 2nd, 3rd, 4th, etc., you'll go up in position. So if you happen to, God forbid, end up being in last place during the last race, you'll start in 1st place. So that's nice. Whoa. Also, cat-like reflexes are needed for F-Zero X, and also its sequel, F-Zero GX. Oh boy. Oh man, F-Zero GX. You think this game is hard? Have you tried F-Zero GX? Way harder. In my personal opinion, I think they went a little overboard with the difficulty in both this game and also F-Zero GX. But hey, what can you do, am I right? I like a challenge. Challenge is fun. But not the kind of challenge that makes me want to pull my frickin' hair out. Only race 3 and we're almost 20 minutes in. Well, that's what I get for making a long explanation that ends up lasting for like 10 frickin' minutes. One other thing I will point out as well, for vehicle adjustment settings, the game will save your settings as you... Yeah. Dang it. What I'm trying to say is, oh yeah, double kill. Can we make it a triple kill? Unfortunately not. So, piece of advice, when you want to go on the offensive, look for a large cluster of racers and try to get into the middle of them. Also, you can use the double tapping offensive power to make quick turns. And trust me, you're going to be needing to do this throughout a large majority of the courses, especially later ones. Also, the DD Cups, I never raced on the DD Cups. I wanted to save them just for this Let's Play and a blind experience, because blind experiences are fun when you learn of new things. But it's also not fun being slammed into the wall and missing the boost panel and nearly dying. There are some really interesting tricks of which people can pull off in this game that can give them a tremendous speed boost. There are a couple of methods that I know of that I've seen from speedrunners and such. One of them is intentionally grinding on the wall and forcing yourself forward. The other method is like jumping into the air off of a jump, fly towards the left or right, and then start shifting your way. It's weird to describe. It really is. You turn left or right, and then you start hitting Z or R to fly in the opposite direction. You keep going and keep building up speed until you hit the ground. Lots of fun. It's always fun, isn't it? Yes it is. Always fun. I will most likely not be making any use of those techniques whatsoever. Why? Because I'm not the greatest F-Zero X player ever. In fact, I would consider myself a novice at best. Also, fun fact, when I got this cartridge, I was thinking I would have to go through all the cups and stuff and earn all the trophies, difficulties, racers, etc. myself, but turns out the work's already been done for me. So, goody. I like that. The other thing I love is the music. And also, I did not know about this until just recently, but in the original F-Zero X, the music in this game was actually composed in mono. However, with F-Zero Expansion Kit, it was brought back to stereo. The reason they chose mono instead of stereo, probably due to technical limitations of the N64, and I forgot to shut my door, and my mother's home. I will be right back. Okay, sorry about that, I am back. My mother had to run a little errand. She wasn't gone for very long. I had my door open today because it is hot out here. Hot like the freaking Sierra Desert. Or whatever the term is. Whatever it is, it's hot. And I mean hot. Seriously. Last time I checked, it was like 90 frickin' degrees outside. Or whatever. Don't know. Don't care. Race is finished. Big Blue. Big Blue is finished. Blah. Big Blue, in my opinion, it is one of the harder tracks because of the tubes and stuff. But really, it's not so bad. Now for the last race of the Jack Cup. Port Town. Well, in fact, this track kind of looks like a tooth. Why? I have no idea. Track design, I guess? It's funny the way the world works sometimes. Oh boy. As I stated in the very beginning of this video, I'm a big fan of this game's music. Seriously, I freaking love it. And what's better with this music? It's in stereo. That makes things a lot frickin' better. Also, one other thing I'm going to be pointing out. I'm using the same converter box that I previously used for the Great Circus Mystery. Was it that one? Yes it was. I also got a new pair of AV S-Video cables, and I'm using S-Video as opposed to composite video. The reason is because S-Video looks better. It looks nicer, okay? Okay. I like S-Video. Even though it would be better if I had, like, an RGB mod made available for the N64. Unfortunately, I'm not that lucky, okay? That kind of makes me sad, but whatever. I've never really gone over some of the things that are on the ground. These things, they're boost panels. They make you go fast. They make you go broom broom. And when we go broom broom, I go boom. Dang it all. Okay. And I'm back. Hopefully I won't die like an idiot. More explaining now, as I win this race by a freaking mile. Just kidding. I barely won that. That was a close one. The next thing that's on the ground that you would normally see towards the end of the lap, that pink round stuff, it replenishes your energy. Drive over it and it'll replenish your energy without a problem whatsoever. Okay? Okay. The blue stuff, oh boy, the blue stuff, that's ice. You don't want to be in that stuff. You'll be sliding like as if you're a penguin. Without any skates. Seriously. You slip and slide like there's no tomorrow. You don't want to be on the ice. End the story. But anyways, race is finished. This cup is done. And that's it. We've won our first cup despite me sucking major eggs. I mean, really. My skills are better than this, I swear. Just gotta get myself reused to playing this game again. Really, really do. But hey, I did win a majority of the races, which is a good thing. Also, one other thing I need to point out. Those stars, what are they for? Those are kills. Those are referencing the number of kills that you obtain during the races. Even if you manage to kill all 30 racers, you still need to win the race. Let's see, 6 times 30 or 30 times 6, that's a good number. I can't even calculate that in my head, but right now, I don't even care about kills. Kills don't really contribute towards anything except just getting extra lives during the race. That's always a plus, and it almost is necessarily needed when it comes to future cups and such. But anyways, I know I've been going on for half a freaking hour now, but whatever. There was a lot of explaining, and there's going to be even more splaining in the next video. Oh boy, it feels really good to play this game again, but at the same time, I feel like such a freaking idiot. But yeah, this video is over for now. This is General Snivy with Let's Play F-Zero Expansion Kit. Thank you all so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please remember to leave a like. Next time, we're going to be moving on to the next cup, which is the Queen's Cup, I believe. Yeah, I think it is the Queen's. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. See you all later.